but still, you can hear me, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Sankrishna, can you hear me? Yes.
Yes,
You tell me, you'll define what is speed.
ma'am.
What is speed, Sankrishna? What is speed?
What is
Speed.
speed?
Maybe we finish the terms which describe the motion.
Ma'am,
So
your
you
voice
be
is
little quicker.
cracking.
You should increase your speed now. Tell me. Your bandwidth is, so it's clearly showing me. Okay, Sankrishna, you mute yourself. I'll ask you at the end some other question. Okay? Your net have some network. I'll go to some other person. Okay? No issues. Okay. We'll ask some other person. Yes. Pavani, unmute yourself, Pavani. Pavani. Pavani, unmute.
Yes, ma'am.
Pavani, what is speed?
Ma'am, which defines
Pavani, what
motion?
It defines motion in what way? Okay, don't mute yourself. Mute. Natisha, what is speed?
Ma'am, speed is the certain distance traveled in certain amount of time.
Certain distance traveled in certain amount of time. Good. Mute yourself. Yes. She in some similar terms. I don't want the word speed and time. Without using word speed and time, define what is speed to me. Without using distance and time, what is speed to me. You should not use the words distance and time. Shivank, unmute. I don't want the words distance and time in my definition now. I don't know the terms. How will I define speed now?
Ma'am, define speed.
Make it fast. Yes, define speed without using the words distance and time.
Speed is the.
Ma'am, can I?
Yes, Shivank, I'll come with other question to you. You be on hold. Aprat, answer.
Ma'am, distance and object travels per unit of time.
Yes, Aprita.
Distance and object travels per unit of time is the proper.
You are absolutely right, but I want a definition which doesn't use the words distance and time. Anyone can answer?
I think can tell now.
Ma'am,
Okay, Aprita.
good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Ma'am,
Yes, you can answer.
Ma'am, the rate of
without using the words distance and time. Anyone can answer. You can answer.
I can.
Ma'am,
Yes.
the rate of motion traveled by an object.
Okay. The rate of motion. You can just put rate of motion. Yes, yes. You are thinking some other thing or the same thing?
Same thing.
Same thing. Any other thing? Any other term you can use and answer? Dan,
Ma'am, can
I go to
I?
next? Yes. Who is that?
Ma'am, Badri.
Badri. Welcome. Answer.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello, Badri. Answer, Badri.
Can you repeat the question? I'm sorry.
My question is very simple. I
This
want
is
to define
scalar
more.
quantity that is magnitude of the.
Badri, repeat, Badri. Shivan, I'll come to.
Speed, ma'am.
Yes, Badri.
My internet. Speed is a scalar quantity that is
Samit, I'll take
magnitude
attendance
of
at
the
the end.
velocity vector.
Okay, ma'am.
Oh, you have given me more technical definition now. I'll come to you, Badri. Wait. Yes,
Okay.
anyone can answer in a different way.
Ma'am, can I?
Or else I can put it more simple. Can I say speed is something, yes, which
Speed is the
defines
rate of
how
motion.
fast an object is moving. Simple, right? Yes, rate of motion. That is what you mean, rate of motion. Yes, how fast an object is moving is called your speed. Now I'll quickly go.
Ma'am, the distance traveled by
Tanya,
per
answer me
unit.
what is average speed. I'll quickly go to the question.
Ma'am,
Yeah,
your
that is
voice
perfect,
is.
Shreya. I am asking just a technical definition. That's it. That is, I am not saying that is wrong, but I want some normal definition. which doesn't use any technical terms. Okay. Kane, answer me what is average speed. I'll move to the. Make it fast. Kane, unmute.
Ma'am, can I do it? Can I try?
Kane.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, anyone can answer. I think.
Ma'am, can I answer?
He's not at all audible to me. You can answer.
Average speed is the
Kane,
total
answer
distance
me what is average speed quickly.
Ma'am,
Yes.
can you repeat the
ask some other
question?
question? Let him answer. Be little louder here. Be little loud. What is? Yes. Anyone can answer?
Ma'am, can I?
Ma'am, your voice is breaking, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I can't hear.
Can you see the screen?
No, ma'am.
You can see the screen. Ladisha, can you see the screen?
No, ma'am.
Okay, one second. Can you see now?
No, ma'am.
Can you
Yes,
see
ma'am.
now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
You can't see the screen? I think you can see it now. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, let me admit them and stop it for today. Okay. Yes. Now, what I'm trying to tell, whenever I have given some problems,
Your voice is cracking.
Yes, ma'am.
Is cracking. Can you see the screen at least?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Am I audible now?
No, ma'am.
The voice is cracking repeatedly.
Am I audible? No. Is it audible now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
So, as you did you solve the problems given on average speed? Yes or no?
Are you giving us? Are you giving us some problems?
No, Shafal, I'm asking you, did you solve the questions which are given in the worksheet?
No, ma'am.
You didn't do?
No, ma'am.
Who said no? Why?
Can we do it in the class?
Yeah, ma'am.
Shafal, those are basic problems. Those okay. However, we'll do it. But did anyone solve them?
Yeah, ma'am, I solved it.
Were they easy?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Very
Solved.
good. Solve it today.
And the worksheet one? Worksheets of motion, ma'am.
Yes.
Yeah, ma'am, I did it.
Very good.
Ma'am, I did it.
When I ask you to share it to me, scan it and share it to me. Okay, so solve it. Yes. So when I'm talking about average speed, I said it's total distance traveled by total time taken. Yes. Once look at this picture. Yes. This person is traveling certain distance at different speeds. For example, initially he's traveling at 28 kilometers per hour. Yes. Next he has decreased the speed 12 kilometers per hour. Next it's 48. Next it's 28. So now, how will you calculate the average speed in this case? Yes. when you have seen the formula, I told that average speed is equal to total distance traveled by time taken. Yes, but now when you see at this picture, I don't have any distance in this picture. I have only speeds at that particular intervals, or I have given you some picture where a cycle, a person is moving at non-uniform motion. Whenever I say he is moving with non-uniform motion means he is moving with different speeds. Yes, he is moving at different speeds. Now, if you observe the speeds, they are not uniform. In this case, how will you calculate the average speed? Yes, how can I calculate average speed in this case?
Sum of all the speeds by 4.
Very good. Who answered it?
Yes.
Very good. Yes. In these cases where its speed is already given at that particular intervals, the sum of all the speed and divide it by
Your voice is cracking again.
Okay. Yes, in the questions I have given you in the worksheet, I have given the distance and time. So you have added the distance, but in this case, we did not calculate, we did not add the distance.
Mom, it's cracking again, Mom.
It's cracking again. I think it's fine here. Is it cracking for everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am.
Not now, ma'am.
Okay, so in these cases in exam, if he has given you the speeds at different intervals, you will add all the speeds divided by intervals. Yes.
Ma'am, your voice is cracking again, ma'am.
Is it fine for others?
Now it's fine, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay, can I try to put it a little closer now? Okay. Yes, if he has given the distances and the time, if he has given distances covered in a particular time, then you add.
Cracking again.
Yeah, ma'am, it's cracking a lot.
Am I audible? Shefali, am I audible? Yes or no?
Audible, ma'am. After when you'll talk, when you'll explain us, then it's cracking.
Okay. So whenever in the question you have been given the distances traveled per unit time, then you will add the distances divided with time. But when he has already given you the speeds at that particular intervals, you will add all the speeds divided by how many intervals you have taken. For example, you have 4 intervals of time, you will add
Again, it's cracking.
Ma'am, the average speed of the person is like 58 kilometers per hour.
Yes, is it clear now?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So
so this is the difference how you calculate in there will be two different types of questions. Either he will be giving the distance and time, or he will be giving the speed in that particular intervals. If he has given distance also, it's fine. If he has given speed also, it's fine. Just add, now you tell me in this case, what is the average speed?
58 kilometers per hour.
Yes?
29.
One of you answer, you're not audible. Tarun, you are answering, right?
Ma'am, I guess it's 29.
No,
Okay.
it is 58.
Just add them divided by 4. Do it quickly.
I'm done, ma'am.
Dan, what is the answer?
It is 29.
29, ma'am, sorry.
29.
Yes.
Sir, 29 also.
It's 29 kilometers per hour. Okay, so even if you get these kind of questions, you should answer, but mostly they'll not go for this kind of questions. They'll go only for distance divided by time formula only. But even though if they give in this type, you should not get confused. Okay, but most of the problems which come from speed will come on the formula of total distance covered by time only. Even if it comes like this, please don't get confused. Okay.
Ma'am, for average velocity also same formula, right?
Average velocity is displacement. I'm coming to it. Okay, so now I'll show you one picture. You tell me now in this case, 1 second, I think I have to switch on the slideshow. Okay, I'll show you some pictures. You tell me what is the difference in the movement in that cases. Okay, yeah, in this case, are they moving with speed or velocity? So before going that, I should tell you what is velocity. Yes, I will define velocity and show you some pictures. Then you try to tell me what is the difference. Velocity is the measure. It is same as speed. Velocity is a measure of how fast something moves. Yes, it is same as speed, but it is how fast something moves in a particular direction. Yes, if for example, if I say Pavaning is walking fast, Pavani is walking fast to the east side. So I have to specify the direction here. I have to specify how fast Pavani is moving in that particular direction. Whereas in speed, I need to just mention, for example, Divya is moving fast. That is enough for speed. Yes, if I'm specifying that Divya is moving fast in the direction to north, that is your velocity. Velocity is how fast an object is moving or a person is moving in a particular direction. So can I say velocity needs magnitude and direction? So your velocity will now become a vector quantity. Yes, you should have magnitude along with the direction. Same as your displacement. Displacement had magnitude with direction. Velocity also you need to have magnitude with the direction. If I say person A is moving fast, then that indicates the speed of a person. If I say particular person is moving fast in the west direction, that indicates the velocity of the person. Yes,
what is magnitude?
Yes, Shefali, magnitude is some quantity. Yes, how big it is, how small it is just for suppose an object is big. You say magnitude is big. Yes, some physical quantity is big. For example, it's a bigger time interval. The magnitude of time is big. You can use magnitude for any physical quantity if it is bigger. Magnitude is bigger, magnitude is smaller. It might be any physical quantity. Magnitude of speed is big. Magnitude of time is big. It might be anything. You are indicating either it is big or small. That's it.
Okay, ma'am.
So velocity needs both magnitude and direction. For example, if an object moves east at 9 meters per second, then its velocity is 9 meters per second to the east. So to define velocity, you need to have the speed of a person and in which direction he is moving. Can I put it very simple? Speed with direction is velocity. Yes, simple, right? Speed with direction will be your velocity. Speed is one part of velocity. Direction is the other part. If you divide velocity into two parts, one part of velocity is your speed. To define velocity, you need speed. To define velocity, you also need direction. Clear with velocity? Yes. Now, you tell me what should be the definition of velocity.
Yes. The distance traveled by a body per unit time in a given direction.
No, Shefali. No. Okay, I'll go. Shubha, say answer me. What should be the definition of or formula of velocity now? I told you velocity is something which has to move in a particular direction.
The speed traveled by a body in a particular direction.
speed traveled by a body in particular direction. Definition is fine, Shivanka. I'm not worried about the definition now. Now my worry is I have to calculate the velocity by using a formula. What formula can I use?
Distance by speed. Displacement by time.
Very good.
Displacement by time.
Very good. Very good. It's displacement by time. I can't use distance by time here because
Time interval, right?
time interval, yes. Yeah, I can't use distance here because distance will not specify any direction to me. Yes, if I say distance, it does not specify any direction. That is the reason whenever I want to use velocity, whenever I have to calculate velocity, it will be always your displacement by time. Okay, now tell me, if this body is moving with average, if it is moving with speed or velocity, can I define the movement of this body in terms of velocity or not? What we are studying how to measure the rate of motion. Can I measure the rate of motion of this body by using the term velocity?
Yes, because it is going in one direction only.
Simple. I can define its rate of motion in terms of velocity because it is moving in one particular direction. Clear? Now look at other picture. Where did it go? Let me wait 1 second. Now look at this. Yes, don't think only for this distance. Okay, imagine can I define the rate of motion of any car here in terms of velocity?
Ma'am, we can
I want
calculate the
answer.
velocity and speed both.
Yes. Now, okay, I'll put it more simple.
Ma'am, we can take average, ma'am.
You can calculate
they're not
the
the
velocity
constant.
and speed both.
Ma'am, we need to take average velocity.
Average, no, ma'am, because they're not.
Okay. Yes. One second. My question is not to calculate something. My question is very simple. Can I measure the rate of motion in terms of velocity? That is my question.
Yes.
Yes. Can I measure the rate of motion of this red car in terms of velocity? Yes, compulsory. Are there any exceptions? Think and answer.
If the car changes its direction.
You can define in terms of velocity and moving smoothly. Simple, yes. If the traffic is not disturbing the person and is moving in his lane, up to that case, you can define in terms of velocity. But if you have more traffic and the way becomes congested, and if the car is changing directions, then you can't measure in terms of velocity. Then you have to measure in terms of speed. You understood the difference? Until and unless the traffic is normal, the car can move clearly in one particular lane. It has some direction. Till it has some direction, you can measure in terms of velocity. Once it loses its direction, you have to measure in terms of speed. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, difference between speed and velocity should be very clear. We'll come to average speed and velocity. I think there will not be much difference in average speed and velocity definitions. But try to understand, before going to that, we'll first see differences between speed and velocity, then come to average speed and velocity. Okay? First differences, I'm telling you again and again, in differences, one question is compulsory. Either it can be differences between distance and displacement, either it can be differences between uniform and non-uniform motion, or it might be differences between speed and velocity. One question is compulsory. Either you can get it as MCQs or 3-mark question, but one question is compulsory. Clear? So be very perfect with the differences. You should be clear with the differences. Yes. Now we'll go to the differences between speed and velocity. Speed is the rate of change of distance. I'll just read out. I don't think there should be any doubt in this. If you have, please stop me. Okay. Speed is the rate of change of distance. Velocity is the rate of change of displacement. This can be your definition also. Okay. First difference should always be your definition. Rate of change of distance. It doesn't have any direction. Velocity is the rate of change of displacement because it has to move in a direction. Speed is a scalar quantity because it has only magnitude, no direction. Velocity is a vector quantity because it has both magnitude and direction. Okay. Now see the terms for average speed. Average speed is total distance traveled by time. Yes, total distance traveled divided by time. Average velocity is total displacement divided by time. Units also will not change, because if you even take total distance traveled by time also, it's meters per second. Either you take displacement also, it's meters per second, because units for both distance and displacement is meter only. Clear with the differences? Any doubt?
Ma'am, can you tell me the units once again?
SI unit, meters per
Yes, ma'am.
second, because distance by time, Shefali? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Unit of distance is meters, unit of time is seconds. SI unit, I'm talking about SI unit. Yes?
Yes,
So
ma'am.
meters divided by second, you can write it as meters per second. Yes, that will be the SI unit. Velocity, displacement, meters divided by time, SI unit seconds, meter per seconds.
Ma'am, but over here they've written -1.
Shefali, you can write it in that form, right? If it is meter divided by second, you can even write it as meter into S to the power of -1. To the power of -1 means divided by second. That is the other form of writing.
Oh, okay.
Okay, everyone is clear with the notation. How did you write meters per second? Yes, to the power of -1 means meters per second. For example, if I write m into S to the power of -2 means meters per second square.
That's acceleration. ma'am.
Yes, that is for acceleration. Yes, we'll be doing even acceleration today. Okay. So now see the difference. Average velocity. Yes, average velocity is equal to displacement by time elapsed. Yes, how much displacement it has covered divided by how much time it has taken to cover this displacement. Yes, so calculating velocity should not at all be a problem. He will be giving you the displacement. You will just add the displacement, or you will put the displacement divided by time. Only confusion is converting it into SI units. I have given in the numerical problems in the worksheet where I have clearly converted everything. Was it clear? Yes, if you have done the worksheet, I have done the conversions also. Kilometer per hour into meter per second, and how we are converting also I have done there. Yes, please go through the worksheet, because if you don't follow up the worksheet, it will be really difficult. Okay, please do them. Yes, now we'll take some case. I am saying that average velocity is total displacement divided by time. But there is one more way of calculating the velocity, average velocity. I'll tell you what is that case. I'll ask you one question. Yes, I'll ask you one question. Okay, I'll take Sankarshna for now. Sankarshna has started from his home. Yes, Sankarshna is not moving in any random direction. He is going to the direction north. Okay, listen to each and every word carefully. Sankarshna has started from his home to the direction, he is moving in the direction north. Sankarshna has started with initial velocity. He has started from home with some initial velocity. His initial velocity is 10 meters per second. Yes, Sankarshna's initial velocity is 10 meters per second, and he has reached Euroschool. When he has reached Euroschool, his final velocity is 50 meters per second. So here I have given you the velocity when Sankarshna has started, have also given the velocity when Sankarshna has reached its destination. So now what is the average velocity of Sankarshna?
30.
Yes. What was the initial velocity, Shefali? 10
Ma'am,
meters?
the initial.
Yes.
It was 10 plus 50.
10 plus 50, very simple. Initial velocity, you are right. Initial velocity of Sankarshna was 10 meters per second. Final velocity of Sankarshna was 50 meters per second. Now what will you need?
Ma'am,
yes.
Ma'am, we can only use this when there's uniform acceleration, right?
Yeah, you can only use this when there is uniform acceleration only. Yes. Yes. No, the thing is, Tarun, I'll tell you why. In what cases you can use this formula also, I'll tell you. Okay. So you can apply this formula only in those cases where in the numericals you have given the initial velocity of a person, and he has given you the final velocity of a person. You are not bothered about the intermediate things. In middle, how did he change his velocity? You are not bothered because he is traveling with some uniform acceleration. Then I'm not using that word for now because we didn't discuss acceleration. Okay. Yeah. After that, I'll put that point here. Yes, in that case of numericals where he has given you only initial and final, you will use this formula. Yes, in this case, it is 10 meters per second initial velocity. Initial velocity is always represented by u. It's small u. You can't use capital U. And final velocity is always represented by small v. Yes, in this case, Sankarshna's initial velocity was 10 meters per second. Final was 50 meters per second. 10 plus 50 divided by 2. It is 30 meters per second. Yes, you will use this formula only in this type of cases. I'll change my question now. Sankarshna has started from his home moving towards the direction north. Sankarshna has displaced. Sankarshna's displacement, listen very carefully. Sankarshna's displacement is 70 meters in 30 seconds. 70 meters in 30 seconds. What is his average velocity? Answer.
7/3.
Yes. 7 by 3.
7 by 3.
Can you tell me in decimals? 1 decimal is enough for me.
2.3.
Done. 2.3 units, yes. Which units I want?
Meters per second.
Very simple.
Meter.
Yes, if he has given displacement and time, you will be doing in the old pattern only. Displacement divided by time. If he has given you initial and final velocity, you will add both of them divided by 2. Now I'll ask you one question, you tell me. My question is, we'll take Awab. Awab has started from rest. Awab is sitting in a sofa. Yes, initially Awab is sitting in a sofa. Awab has started from rest. He has started from rest and he reached the point X. Yes, he reached the point X with velocity 50 meters per second. What is his average velocity?
25, ma'am.
Yes.
25 because his initial velocity is 0, ma'am.
Very good. Yes, yes. Can you explain why you have taken the initial velocity as 0?
Ma'am, because he started at rest, there was no velocity at that time, so we should take it as 0. But at the end, he had 50, so yeah.
Simple. Yes, whenever any body is starting at rest, yes, if in question he has given a body has started from rest, then you need not get confused that he didn't give you the initial velocity. Whenever he told you that a body is starting in rest, it clearly indicates that initial velocity of that body is 0. In that case, he need not give you separately that initial velocity is 0. You have to think and put the value there. That is the reason numericals will be complicated. Yes, Shefali, tell me.
Ma'am, can it happen that they have not given the final velocity also?
It cannot.
Like if they are given, if they're given the initial velocity but not the final one.
If he has not given the initial velocity, then he has directly given you the answer there. What will you calculate there? Shefali, now your question is if he has given some velocity. And what he's asking to calculate is the question, right? If he has already given the velocity, either he should ask you acceleration. So he can't ask the question like that. He has to give the other term also. Okay. Either he has to ask you in terms of displacement and time, or he has to ask you in terms of initial and final velocity. Yes. Now I'll give one more question. So I'm going to the possible type of things which he might ask us. Okay. So next type is a body has started. A body. No, I'll put. I have my one ball in my hand. Yes, I have one ball in my hand. I am throwing the ball down. Yes, I am throwing the ball down. I'm throwing the ball down with a velocity of 20 meters per second. Yes, I'm throwing the ball down onto the ground at a velocity of 20 meters per second. What is the average velocity of that ball?
10 meters per second.
Very good. Whenever I'm throwing it in some indefinite direction, you don't know what is the final velocity there. You don't know what is the final velocity there. In that cases, it will be only your initial velocity divided by 2. For example, I'm throwing the ball into the air. Who knows what is the final velocity? I don't know. I can't say what is the final velocity in the air. In that case, when I can't calculate what is the final velocity, I'll take final velocity as 0. For example, I have thrown a ball into the sky. Yes, with an initial velocity of 30 meters per second. And in that case, who knows the final velocity? Who goes into the sky and tell you what is the final velocity? In that case, you can take 15. Final velocity as 0. Yes, it's 30 by 2. That's it. 30 plus 0 by 2. Because you can't tell what is the final velocity here. These are the two cases where he can confuse you. He'll not give you the initial velocity, but he'll tell that it has started from rest. The second case is he'll give you the initial velocity, but he'll throw the body in some indefinite direction. These are the only two possible confusions where you can confuse you. Otherwise, you should not.
Ma'am,
face
but
any-
if you're throwing a ball in an indefinite direction, velocity is all upon going from a straight direction, no, ma'am.
But
Because
Shefali, even though I'm throwing it into the sky, I'm throwing it in a particular direction. You will only take the term velocity if it's throwing in a particular direction only.
okay, ma'am.
Yes, because there is no other force which is disturbing the motion of that ball. If you are throwing it into the sky, who will disturb it? It will only move in the direction in which you are throwing it, right?
Maybe the wind.
Maybe the wind. That is what I'm saying. If any other force will not disturb it, then you can take it as velocity.
Maybe
Yes,
a bird can hit
something
it.
is disturbing. Yeah, that's what. If that's what I'm saying. If any other force is disturbing and changing its direction, if it is changing its direction, you can put it as speed, right?
Yes.
Then you can calculate in terms of average speed. Very simple. Only your term will change, your calculation will not change. Velocity is clear. Can
Only
you go to
distance
acceleration?
and displacement will change in case of speed and velocity.
That's it. Yes, with direction, without direction, nothing will change. Okay, that is the reason whenever you are given any numerical in speed and velocity, your only intelligence lies in reading the question properly. If you have cracked the question, read the question properly and understood it, you can easily solve it. There are hardly 6 formulae in this chapter, but there are some 100 to 150 type of problems. The only difference is he'll just change it in some way. The only challenge lies in understanding the question and answering it. Okay, let's go to acceleration now.
Now I have a question, ma'am.
Yes, Tarun, ask me.
Ma'am, see, rate of change of displacement is velocity, right? Rate of change of velocity is acceleration.
Yes, Tarun.
My question is, what is rate of change of acceleration?
What is?
Rate of change of acceleration.
Tarun, 1 second. Okay, you are asking me what is rate of change of acceleration. What do you? I'm asking you what do you are going on a bike. Imagine. So in that case, Tarun, one case, once let me define acceleration, then I'll come to your point. Remind me.
Yeah.
Yes, why I'm telling you, because you will only consider acceleration. Acceleration, very important point. Make a note. Acceleration is only considered when a body is moving in a non-uniform motion.
Yeah.
Very, very important. Acceleration is not applied to bodies which are moving in uniform motion. When a body is moving in uniform motion, obviously it will move with uniform speed or velocity. Yes, whenever I'm saying a body is in uniform motion, what do I mean? A body is moving with constant speed. It will be covering equal distances in equal intervals of time. Then, where is the question of acceleration there? You are getting my point. Whenever a body is moving in proper uniform motion, there is no question of acceleration. Change in velocity will not happen there because there will be regular motion. So acceleration is only applied in non-uniform motion where a body is changing its speed or velocity constantly. Yes, a body has to change its speed or velocity, then only there is a question of acceleration. Yes, when a body is moving in uniform motion, it is moving with very constant speed or velocity. There is no question of acceleration. Very, very, very important. Acceleration is only applied to bodies moving with non-uniform motion. Now, coming to acceleration, Tarun, I'll come to your question, Tarun. Let me finish the definition so that others also can understand your question. Okay? Yes, acceleration is a change in velocity. Yes, acceleration is a change in velocity. What do you mean by this change in velocity? I am going on a bike. Yes, I am going on a bike with a particular speed. Yes, now there is no possibility that on Hyderabad roads you move with uniform motion. That is hypothetical condition. You have to change your speed. You have to change your direction. Yes. So whenever you are changing your speed, whenever you are changing your direction, whenever you are changing both your speed and direction, you are supposed to say the body is accelerating. You are changing the velocity according to the circumstances. For example, you have to move from your home to particular pace. You have started from your home. It is not possible that you move with only uniform velocity. You have to change your velocity. On one road, you have to move slow. On the other road, you have to move quickly. On one road, you have to move in certain direction. Now, what I'm trying to say is acceleration is change in velocity. Whenever I say acceleration is change in velocity, this change in velocity can be change in speed or change in direction, because velocity is speed with direction. Yes, it can be change in speed, it can be change in direction, or it can be change in both. Acceleration is change in velocity. Now look at this picture. Tell me what is that? What is happening there? What is that?
That's a speedometer.
Ma'am, speedometer.
Speedometer? Why is my speedometer moving in such a so
Ma'am,
quickly?
because the speed is increasing.
According to
Yes, because the speed is increasing, or you are deliberately increasing the speed or velocity because depending on the conditions of the road. Yes.
The speedometer.
Ma'am, this is not the speedometer, ma'am.
Yeah, that's what is it a speedometer? You tell me what happening there. Why is it changing like that? You are can I say you are accelerating the vehicle?
Side it, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, the one beside it is the speedometer, right?
The one beside it is
Aditya,
speedometer.
Aditya, once again, I didn't give you any answer about the speedometer. What I am saying is, if any reading is moving in that way, what does it indicate?
Does it indicate acceleration?
It indicates. Shivang, you are answering something. Tell me.
A person is accelerating.
Simple. A person is accelerating the vehicle. What do you mean by the person is accelerating the vehicle? The person is trying to change the velocity or speed of the vehicle. Yes, he is trying to change the velocity of the vehicle by using accelerator. Means he is trying to accelerate the vehicle, means he is trying to change the velocity of the vehicle. Yes, so can I put, if you are trying to accelerate, means you are trying to change the velocity of the vehicle. This change in velocity of the vehicle is called your acceleration. For example, a vehicle is moving at a speed of 50 kilometers per hour. I am accelerating it and increasing it to 70 kilometers per hour. This change in velocity is called your acceleration. You are changing the velocity by using some external source like your accelerator. Whenever you are increasing or changing the velocity by using some external force, you call this change in velocity as acceleration. And one more thing I want to say you, whenever it's 50 kilometers per hour to 70 kilometers per hour, velocity is increasing. Yes, I'm changing the velocity from 50 to 70. This change in velocity or increase in velocity is called acceleration. Now, there is one case. Try to understand. I think this point is not given in your textbook, but it's better to remember. For example, if I'm changing the velocity from 50 kilometers per hour to 30 kilometers per hour, I'm decreasing the velocity, then you call it as deceleration. Deceleration. The concept of deceleration is not there in your book, but remember, yes, whenever you're decreasing the velocity of a vehicle, you call it as deceleration. Here I'm increasing it from 50 kilometers per hour to 70 kilometers per hour. I'm increasing the velocity. Whatever questions you get only in terms of increase in velocity. Okay, he will give you a question like this: a body has increased its velocity from 50 kilometers per hour to 70 kilometers per hour. Yes, so you will be getting the questions only in that case. Yes, so now look at this. Tarun, I'll come to your question. Let me finish this example. Okay. Yes, here is this car moving with uniform velocity? Is this car moving with uniform? Is this car in uniform motion?
Yes. So it's moving straight.
Yes. Is it in uniform motion?
The car which is
moving straight is not the only criteria to see that. It has to move.
Ma'am, the car is not in uniform motion. It's not going in a constant speed.
Yes, Shivang, if the car is not going in uniform motion, I have to bring the concept of acceleration here.
Yes.
Whenever the car is moving in non-uniform motion, I can say the car is accelerating. The car is changing its velocity.
Yes.
Yes. So whenever any object is not moving in non-uniform motion, there is a concept of acceleration because there is change in velocity. The car is moving on the road. The car is constantly changing its velocity. For some time it is moving 50 kilometers per hour. For some time it is moving 100 kilometers per hour. You are constantly changing your velocity. This change in velocity is called your acceleration. Acceleration is the rate of change of velocity. Now, Tarun, your question.
Yeah, my question was, what is the rate of change of acceleration?
What is the rate of change of acceleration? Tarun, you tell me practically. What can be rate of change of acceleration, Tarun? For example, if I have to calculate rate of change of acceleration, I have to take in this way. Try to understand. If acceleration is velocity by time, Tarun.
Yeah.
Yes? If you want to calculate rate of acceleration, you have to do velocity divided by time, in turn divided by time. Yes?
Yeah.
You are getting the point. Velocity by time divided by one more time. From where are you getting this time, Tarun?
Yeah.
Ultimately, there is no concept called rate of change of acceleration.
But then what is jolt, ma'am?
Yes, Shivang? Repeat your question. You are not audible to me.
Rate of change of acceleration, jolt, no, ma'am.
Ma'am, that guy's name is Yash, ma'am, not Shivang.
Okay, sorry. Yes, repeat your question.
Rate of change of acceleration is jolt, right, ma'am?
Okay, one second. If you want to calculate rate of change of acceleration, it is only possible to heavy vehicles which are traveling a longer distances. Yes, if you are going to that range, so it is not the general case of your motion. Yes, you are talking about something which is moving with very high acceleration, which is not possible in your normal roads.
Ma'am, can it be in a roller coaster?
It can be possible.
Yeah, because the sudden acceleration.
That's what I'm saying. In the normal, what we are talking, the objects and roads, in this case, the concept of average acceleration is just hypothetical. It is impossible. It is only for the books.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what we can't say it is completely impossible. We can't say that. You can create a condition of rate of change of acceleration. You can create a condition. Definitely create a condition.
Okay. Isn't deacceleration same as retardation?
Yes, deceleration and retardation both are same. Retardation of speed, you call it. Okay? Deceleration or retardation of velocity, both are same. Yes, Shefali?
We have only 5 minutes.
We have only 5 minutes. I'll finish with that. I'll just finish the formula of average acceleration and do it because I'll be giving numericals. So let's be clear with the formula. Okay? Average velocity is change of velocity divided by time. I'll quickly pose a question and end the session. Okay? A body has started with a velocity of 70 meters per second. Yes, started with a velocity of 70 meters per second and reached the destination at a velocity of 150 meters per second in the time of, listen very carefully, in the time of 10 minutes. Yes, what is the acceleration here? I'm repeating the terms again. The initial velocity of the vehicle is 70 kilometers per hour. Yes, the final velocity of the vehicle is 150 kilometers per hour. Time taken is, yes, I'll put it very simple. Time taken is half hour. Calculate now. Time taken is half hour. Calculate me and tell me in kilometers per hour or meters per second. I want any one quantity here. Initial velocity 70 kilometers per hour, final velocity 150 kilometers per hour. Time taken is half hour.
8/3.
What should you find?
You should find the acceleration.
Ma'am, is it 2.6?
Yes.
8/3.
Ma'am, 8/3 converted.
8/3?
I don't want it in meters per second. You tell me the answer in kilometers per hour also, it's fine to me.
160.